Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Invest in Panama session. We're happy to have you all here. My name is Cynthia Lehman. I'm with Samson Properties, and my colleague is Mario Rubio with EXP, American Global Group. So welcome, everyone. Hi, Mario. How are you doing?
So doing good. I just finished my yesterday was the mid-year convention for the National Association. It was a great, very productive. So looking forward to this webinar, Invest in Panama.
Yeah, Invest in Panama, one of our favorite places in the whole world, right? So I have a history of living there for 7 years until that COVID hit, and then I moved back just because we didn't know what was going to happen, and I had family, and my father was still alive, so just wanted to be closer. I know you're married to a Panamanian, so you're in and out of Panama all the time, but I tell you, I was just talking to some of my friends there today. I've made some of the best friends, Panamanian and expats, and every day I miss it. I think about, where I used to live on the beach, how easy it was to get to the mountains or to the city. And it was such an easy country to just transverse across, no matter where you wanted to go. So I'm so happy that we get the opportunity to put this out there for everybody and answer some questions about why it might be a great fit for someone else to invest in Panama.
Yes, yes. Well, I am married with a Panamanian. However, I am from Peru. I mean, my wife right here in George Mason, and then for me, we moved to Panama yesterday. But we have one kid. He has finished college, so she wants to be close to her only son. Otherwise, I would be moving to Panama yesterday. And then that's what I met. Cynthia. Yes. When was it? But how long ago, Cynthia? Yes, she lived.
Yeah, I think it was about 2017. We had drinks on the beach at Tiki Bar, which was a lot of fun. And so some of your friends are my friends, which is kind of cool because we kind of float in the same circles. And you think about a country, and for Panama, it's about the size of South Carolina, and you can actually go from one ocean to the other in the same day, right? Which is really kind of cool because they do that bike race that does that as well. But there's so many really, really cool features about Panama. But I was always amazed at how small the country is in terms of knowing people and how many people are related. So you have to kind of be careful about what you say when, because you might be talking about somebody who knows somebody. So it was really fun. The people are just absolutely wonderful. One of the cool things about it is that you get to use the American dollar. So there was no thought process involved in terms of when you wanted to buy something, you didn't have to do any calculations. And the Americans have been there for quite a while, and it's just a really, really diverse country with people from all over the world who've come to live and invest in the country. Easy access in and out, hub of the Americas. I mean, when I went to Peru one time, had to go through Panama to get to Peru. So it's really, really an important country for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cynthia. And Panama is in the middle in Central America, between the baby boomers from America, from Canada, and also the beauty of Panama. They have the dollars, the political, the economic is very stable, and the political situation, because we have a strong relationship with America. The American government will never allow any center or left government to take over Panama. You know what I mean? If they do that, between the Torrijos and Carter treatment, they say they have a clause. They have any center or left government, the United States will take over Panama. Will take over Panama. So that's why, it's so stable. And you say, many people from all over the world. Now there are people from Venezuela moving to Panama. Brazil, they changed the government maybe like 2 months ago. Sila won, he's a center left. So Brazilians are coming to Florida. They're moving to Panama. Let me see, Chile, also another left government won. So a lot of Chileans are going to the States. They go to Panama. Peru also. So no, that's the beauty of Panama and the big difference. No, they have political stability. What is it? The currency is the dollar, so you don't have to exchange. Like I was in Argentina, was it before COVID, and the peso with the exchange rate was like what 14 pesos with one American dollar. Now in 2023, my God, talk to my friend Argentina, it's like 120 pesos with $1. So no, it is sad, you know what I mean? It is sad. So that's so many people are moving to Panama. And also, let me say, the distance from here, from Washington, D.C., you can take Copa, which is the Panamanian, from Dallas International, they have a direct flight. My God, it's only 4 hours and 30 minutes. And so, and also Baltimore, they're having, I think in June, they will have another flight from Baltimore to Panama, direct flight. So as you can see, so many people are moving to Panama. It's a good country, beautiful city, nice people, good food, to move to Panama.
Absolutely. Not to mention the medical care as well. So, my husband and I had the opportunity to experience some of that. And I tell you, coming back to the US is one of the things I miss most. We actually had the cell phone numbers or the WhatsApp numbers of our dentists and our doctors. And at any given time, we could contact them. You can get right in. There's no waiting. There's no, none of the, you can see a PA or we can't see you for a while. I really, really miss that. And of course, there's Punta Pacifica, which is connected with Johns Hopkins. So there's really, really good medical care. My husband had some heart issues, and one of his doctors is one of the top doctors, definitely in Panama, but in the world as well. And anytime he needs anything, he sends him an email, and basically within an hour, he gets an email back from the actual doctor that is answering his question. So the medical care we found to be excellent, whether it would be dental or health or medical, physically excellent care. So that's one of the big concerns when people move abroad is, what kind of care is it going to be? So we got that one. That one's taken care of. No problem there.
Yeah. No, and then I agree with you 100% with Cynthia. And then a good example of my wife. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. So when was it, like 6-7 years ago, she have I don't know, when she's a teacher, and somehow her lower back L4, L5, they had to replacement. They need to be replaced. And we went to different doctors right here in the States, and they said, oh yes, don't worry, it's a walk-in operation. The next day we do the operation, and the next day you can go home. I said, what do you mean go home? And they're going to replace the L2, L3. So we decided to do the operation in Panama. She stayed 7 days in the hospital, and then she went home. And we have a lady who was taking care of her. And the beauty is you have Blue Cross. They take so many American insurance, but a Blue Cross Blue Shield, it covers. We pay our deductible. I think we have like 90-10. So we paid less. The operation was maybe half, which was better for Blue Cross Blue Shield. We paid also half deductible. And she was able to stay in the hospital for 5 days, to make sure that everything goes well. And then we went to her. We have a house on the beach, but we went to her mother's house. We stayed like a month with a lady that you pay like, I don't know, a nurse for $400 for the whole month, and she was taking care of you. So that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely the medical care, which is one of the things that why we're putting this together. Is in September, the 17th to the 23rd, we're planning on doing a trade mission for people who are interested in learning about investing in Panama. So whether you want to be in the city or at the beach or in the mountain, you can invest in properties or you can invest in agriculture and other things. Panama offers a lot of different visas for people who are maybe looking for another visa. Eventually, if you wanted to become a citizen, you have to live there a certain amount of time and take the test. But it's a really easy transition, I found. And I learned some Spanish. Unfortunately, most of my friends spoke really good English, and so I got lazy. But I was really good at charades. So I could could really get along well. But my husband knew a couple words, and he was able to just navigate the country with no problem at all. So, that's always another concern about language, right? Do you have to learn it, and can you get along without it? But no, I absolutely love Panama City because it's like Miami in the United States. I mean, there's a lot of culture. There's a lot of Casco Viejo, a lot of history, a lot of great restaurants and things to do. And of course, we've got the oceans and the whales, right? And then if you go out to Boquete, you can go to the coffee farms. So if you wanted to invest in that, we even have chocolate farms out there. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody who might be thinking about doing something outside of the US. And I think Panama is an excellent option.
Oh, yeah. Can I ask, have you, Brandon, Danielle, have you been in Panama before, or you haven't been in Panama? Can you raise your hand? Have you guys been in Panama? Or okay, great. Yeah, so no, I guess the best way, okay. So the best way to know any country and to see it yourself, is on a train mission. You know what I mean? So we go to learn about the country, and especially like one day we will do the city tour, we'll see different properties, make sure to see what's going on. And properties is all about location. You want close to the city, close to the beach. Of course, the price will be less. But like Cynthia said, Panama is a small country. So the first day we will do the city, we will do some property tours. The following day we will go to the beach, which is maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. So we do the different projects. So you have an idea, which one. Prices for single family house, and also from condominiums. Of course, location. Close to the beach, it will be a little more expensive. If you go move maybe like 1 block, 2 blocks away from the beach, you can find good deals. And let me see, the third day, we got like a free day. You can relax, go to see the Panama Canal, go to Causeway, go to different places, have a free day. And the fourth day would be going to no Boquete. Boquete is maybe like 3-4 hours. 1 hour by plane. We go to, what is it? El Valle, correct? El Valle, which is a very nice, it's the mountains, which is like 1 hour. Yes. From Panama City, I would say like 2 hours away.
Yeah, so we're going to have some professionals involved as well, right? So we'll be able to talk to some attorneys who can help us walk through so we can cross all our T's and dot our I's on what we need to do in order to purchase properties. For some people, it might not be something they're looking at right away. They might need a little time, but a lot of people have 401ks. You can do, self-invested IRAs. There's a lot of different ways to invest in Panama. There's also the option of getting a mortgage. It's not necessarily that easy if you're not Panamanian, but it is an option. It's a few hoops to jump through, but it's a possibility. But we will bring in a lot of different professionals to sit and chat with us to learn a little bit more about how to line everything up if this is something that you're interested in. We're also excited about the opportunity for people to ask us questions and suggest things that maybe they want to see. Again, you mentioned the developers. We are planning some happy hours as well, so we can just do some meet and greets and chat with some other people. And for the realtors, there's another conference that's going to be in town at the same time. Do you want to mention that?
Yes. The Panamanian is ACOVIR, is like not the Virginia or the National Association over here. So that's ACOVIR, was one of the biggest associations in Panama, which they have a bilateral agreement with A&R. So they follow the code of ethics. They have an MLS. So they're very professional. That's the ACOVIR. And their anniversary is a 40 years anniversary of ACOVIR, and also SILA, which is it would be similar than NAR. That's the SILA from Latin America. It covers from Mexico all the way to Argentina. There's 18 countries where belong to SILA. They have over 250,000 members. So many members. Usually they do a convention in different countries. Last year they did it in Colombia. So this year in September, they're doing combined SILA convention, which you want to meet and know there, check the market, know how is the market in Peru, Argentina, Costa Rica, whatever. So there will be a lot of different agents from SILA going to Panama. So it will, I think it's gonna be great. And Panama, as you can see, like I told you before, many Latin American countries, due to the economic situation, political situation, are moving to Panama. So they're looking, there will be a good way to learn, network, and make connections.
Absolutely. I had friends from all over. South, you wouldn't think of South Africa, but there's a lot of folks that come over from there, Germany, France. I mean, really just all over the world that are coming to Panama. And, it's such a wonderful country in terms of, it's been rated one of the happiest countries in the world. And it's also been rated top places for expats to retire. So if somebody's thinking they want to do that, we'd also like to chat with you, because before you actually retire and then try to buy something, there's a right way to do that in terms of mortgages and buying things. So definitely a good opportunity for that. We do have a question, so I'm going to take that. Someone is asking how the home prices compare to the price in the States. That's a great question. Thank you, Danielle. Really good question. Do you want to address that one, Mario?
Yes, you can check Acovir, they have like an MLS, and the prices right now, I would say, see the market right now in Panama, they don't have like a seller's market or buyer's market, because many developers, they have their own money. So not like here right now, we are in the seller's market right now. So and sometimes in the States, many properties, people buy cash, so they don't have the auction, they don't have they don't foreclosure. However, now it's changing right now. So let me see, as a property in the city, in Panama City, you can get it, depends on the location as well. If you go to the bank, la zona bancaria, it will be, maybe you can get it for 160 all the way to $1 million. You know what I mean? There are different prices, from like maybe 10 million from one place to another one. You go to Punta del Este, which is a very new subdivision. I would say they're all high rises in the last 10 years. Minimum would be 225 to 300, 400, 500, all the way to, my God, penthouse. They're beautiful high rises. So those are very, very pricey. Maybe you go to El Dorado, which is maybe like, see, the distance from the city to the suburbs is like maybe 6 miles, but the traffic in Panama City is, is bad. It will take you like 45 minutes to go 6-7 miles. The traffic is very bad. So in El Dorado, they have a different projects, different buildings too. You can get it from 200 all the way to $500,000 or more. That's in the city. Now if we move to the beach, we have Coronado, which is a very nice, very sophisticated beach. We have Gorgona, we have Playa Blanca. So they got so many. So the prices, I would say, the lowest one, 175, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, all the way to my God, $500,000 to $1 million. Yeah. There's so many, and also there's some maybe very high-end condominiums, which is only one condominium on the beach. They have the private, it's a gated community. Nobody goes inside. So those are very, very priced.
And you also have the mountain options too. And again, it's all predicated on what your lifestyle is, right? Because if somebody's used to living on a higher end, there's those options, but then there is things that you can buy on the lower end. And just for instance, I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo right on the beach. And I always tell people I could spit out my window and spit into the ocean. And those run around $450,000 right now. But I wanted to live somewhere where I felt like I was on vacation all the time. So that was a little higher end. We had all of the major things. It was kind of like a resort. But my homeowners association, my condo dues were only $250 a month. And that included water and gas. So my only other expense was my internet and my electric. And we lived with windows and everything wide open. So we only ran air conditioning at night in our bedroom, which was great. So a lot of people say that Panama is a lot like Hawaii, only less expensive because of the weather. And they're very safe because they don't have the hurricanes and the tornadoes and all the other things that you think of when you think of a tropical place to live. So it ticks off a lot of boxes for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. But I think when we do our trade mission, it's a great opportunity to come and kind of see what's out there, what's available. And again, it just depends on what your tastes are. I prefer to condo because I like the lock and leave option because I like to travel. So I don't want to have to worry about all the things, because in Panama, things grow overnight, right? You can mow your grass one day and the next day I have to mow it again. So I didn't want to have to fuss with that. So I wanted the condo part of it, where I lived in a gated community, told a few people, my friends I was leaving, they checked my place. It was all good. But some people don't like that style of living. They prefer to have their own. And there are a lot of gated communities for those that are a little worried about the safety, right? So it's so many different options.
Also, Cynthia, another reason, there's so many reasons people invest and move to Panama. I guess one, that's the property taxes. If you buy a new property, yes, a condominium, single family house, it's brand new. Before it used to be like 16 years, you don't pay property taxes. I guess now it's like what, 14? I guess every year they're reducing. So I think now if you buy a brand new condominium, like 14 years, you don't pay property taxes. And even though if you pay property taxes are so low, it is like $800, yes, a year, which is no. Over here in Virginia, no, for my house, I pay like close to 9,000. Yeah, that's crazy. And I was working with a friend. He was from Peru. She used to own a house in New Jersey, so I got another realtor. And was a townhouse. Was one. The townhouse was kind of huge, and the property taxes were like $22,000 a year in New Jersey. It was crazy. Oh my God, I was crying. I am paying $8,000 in Virginia, New Jersey, New York. They pay $22,000, $25,000, $20,000, $30,000 in property taxes. So yes, he's solid. He's going back to Peru because it's too much. Yeah. So in Panama, so the property taxes are very they're less expensive. And if you become citizen of Panama, or you got a green card, or you got a pensionado visa, and you claim that house as your primary residence, you don't pay taxes either. So there are different ways you can work around. Even though it's very low, I think it's no more than $1,300 a year, which is like what, $80 every month.
Yeah, it all depends on when it was built, where it was built, what type of property it is. So those are all things that we can check out ahead of time for somebody who's interested in the different areas. Yeah, there's still a lot of construction going on, which is amazing. And for those that like to golf, they've got a lot of really nice golf courses in the area as well. So, do we have any other questions from anybody out there? No, I think not. Okay. Do you have any last thoughts, Mario, before we end the session?
No, I guess if that's what I do. I've been doing real estate for the last 30 years globally, maybe 20 years. That's what I tell my client. The best way to go to the country that you are interested in, have an idea, go in a trade mission with another investor or another realtor, your realtor, so you can get knowledge of the country. You will have an idea of the different options that they have, the different prices. You will networking with your local real estate, and you will see yourself. Some people, I have friends that they go to Venice and say they don't like Venice because the smell of the lake or the whatever, or they go to Paris so some people go to Panama and they don't like it, which is fine. The beauty is on the eyes of the beholder. So no, go in a trade mission. No, talk to Cynthia. Do your homework. No, do your homework. No, what kind of lifestyle do you want to do? You know what I mean? So talk to me. Talk to Cynthia. I guess get all those questions before you go. So when you are there, you are prepared. You know what's going on. And also another key, Panama. Just you mentioned in the last 10 years, Panama has been ranked the best country to retire. It's Panama and Costa Rica, number one, number two, number one, number two. So for the last 10 years, and when you see it, my God, that's what I like. Another reason you see people from, I don't know, from Caribbean, you see black, you see Chinese, you see Peruvian, gringos, Canadian, German, Russian. You see so many people, you feel, that's another beauty, man. I mean, you feel like home, and the food is good. And another reason people they move, like the medical and also the cost of living. I mean, with between 1,300 to 1,800, you can live very comfortable. That's including a maid. Una muchacha, you get a maid for $400 a month, and man, she will make your coffee, your juice, your breakfast. It will clean the house. It is nice. So you feel like a king or like a queen. It is, and then also a lot of people are moving to many countries in Latin America. So and Panama is one of them has been ranked. So please, do your homework. Call Cynthia, call me. Any questions, and hopefully, let's go all together with a trade mission, because it will be a lot of fun and will be very, you will learn a lot.
Yep. And one of the questions is just more information about the trade mission in terms of costs and things, and we're just finalizing all of that. So hopefully we will have that together in the next week or two. Just trying to get the the specifics of what days and where and transportation and things. So we're going to take care of all that. And we'll have some options, because I know some people that go actually, have family there, so they might not need the hotel room, but others will. So we'll put that together, and we're going to get that out as soon as we possibly can as well. So are there any other questions at all? We're so happy that we had you guys on today to help us talk about Panama. I feel like I have a love affair with Panama. Yeah, I mean, it's all of my friends. I had an assistant. It was when I first went, I went down to set up real estate tours for people who were interested in coming to Panama, and I was working with a company down there. And then I started, of course, having to know about real estate so that I could show people real estate. And then from there, I actually started a magazine, kind of a fluffy piece that was both in Spanish and English. And I had hired an assistant who was a young man just fresh out of college. And it's so fun because there's so many ways that you can help give a hand up with people around the world. And it's really, really nice to see that those people that you've touched, that they've done really well. So now he's got a baby, he's got a house, he works for the government, and it's really cool. So we're still friends, we still stay in touch, as well as all the other ones. So a lot of those relationships and the people that you meet become lifetime, right? So we're all following each other on Facebook and see what's going on. So the other thing, if people are thinking about investing and you're not going to live there full time, you might be thinking, well, how am I going to take care of it? We have access to a lot of folks that do property management. So that's not a concern, right? You've been there, you're there all the time. I'm there with those connections. So if people have any of those, we can recommend doctors and dentists and anything from A to Z, basically, with our networking connecting. So not to fear, but sign up for the trade mission. We'll get that information out to you. If there's no other questions, then we're going to just end this session for today. And thank you guys once again for jumping on here and spending some time with us. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day, guys. Have a nice weekend.